Hey, what's up everybody? If you want to learn to charge characters in Street Fighter 6 and play on leverless but are finding it really difficult, don't worry, because I'm going to show you some tricks you can use to make playing charge characters much easier in this game. Now, for this video, I'm going to be using my controller, which is a Hitbox Ultra, but everything I show you in this video can be done with any leverless controller whatsoever, so don't worry, if you use a different controller, it's all good. Everything in this video can be done on any device, alright? Okay, so first, the most important thing are your controller settings. You're going to want to make sure that down plus jump at the same time gives you a neutral input, and same thing if you hold back and forward at the same time. This is called neutral SOCD settings, and this is tournament legal for Street Fighter 6 tournaments, both offline and online. So all the tips in this video are going to be using neutral SOCD settings, so keep that in mind. Alright, next thing, this is just a suggestion for me, but I think for charge characters on leverless, it's much easier to play these characters if you use your right thumb instead of your left thumb to jump. Now, you definitely can use your left thumb. Personally, I don't. So I'm going to be showing everything in this video with right thumb jump inputs, and there are quite a few reasons why I think this is just the superior input method for charge characters on leverless. So first thing you have to do is just learn how to do a basic down jump charge input. All you have to do is hold the down button, then you release your left hand and you push jump plus the attack button at the same time. So for Chun Li, her spinning bird kick, you have to hold down, charge it, then let go, and then push jump plus any kick at the same time. And I just like using my right hand because it really helps me let go with my left hand and then kind of push with my right. So it kind of just separates my left hand as my charge hand and then my right hand as my attack hand. And I just find this really comfortable and really good. And you're gonna have to practice this a little bit. There are no tips I can give you in terms of like inputs or anything other than just practice. You have to kind of get a feel for what it feels like to charge long enough and to kind of separate your left hand to release and push at the same time. So if you're struggling with charge characters on leverless, first thing I'm going to tell you is just spend some time in training mode, get a feel for releasing with your left hand and pushing jump plus attack with your right hand. There's really nothing else you can do other than just practice to get this muscle memory down. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's not that difficult. You can just turn on some music, put on a movie in the background, and just practice this input over and over again until it's super easy to do. There's nothing else I can say about that, but so that's your basic charge motion. Same with fireballs, holding back, push forward plus the fireball. Just practice walking back a little bit, going forward, walking back again, and throwing your fireball, and just getting a feeling for the timing that you need to do this. There are a certain number of frames that you need to charge this for, but I don't think it's really helpful to think of it in terms of like frame numbers, as opposed to just kind of getting a feel for how it is with your character and how long it takes for you to charge your move. Now, depending on the character, like Chun Li, Guile, Honda, Blanca, they all have slightly different charge times needed for their special moves, so just pick the character you're using, go in training mode, and get a feel for what it feels like in neutral to charge these moves. So one common thing that I hear from people when they're asking me about how to play charge characters on leverless is that they say it's difficult to play charge characters on leverless, and when they say that, I think what they mean is it's hard to do charge in combos, because for me personally, my opinion, I don't think actually doing the charge motion and inputting the special move on leverless is necessarily difficult. I actually think it feels really easy to just hold like down back and then push forward and punch at the same time, whether you're on the one player side or whether you're on the two player side. I don't know, it just feels pretty easy. You hold down back, you push forward plus punch, and it comes out. So I'm going to assume that most people struggling with this are struggling because they don't know how to do it in combos. So I am going to show you some tricks that you can use to make combos much easier. First things first, I'm going to recommend this little training drill. Do jab, jab, spinning bird kick with Chun Li. Doesn't matter if you don't play this character. This will teach you what you need for charge motions, whether you play Guile or Honda. Just practice holding down back, doing jab, jab, light spinning bird kick. Jab, jab, light spinning bird kick. Practice on the one player side. Practice on the two player side. Just get that muscle memory down. Once you can do that, let's go on to the more difficult things. So, Chun Li. This is one difficult thing for her. Doing standing medium punch, crouching medium punch into heavy spinning bird kick. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. So first, let's take a look at the standard input before I show you how to do the more easy version. Like this. So the trick here is you have to push down for your charge like as soon as you push standing medium punch. You have to be pretty quick. It's like standing medium punch into an immediate hold down. If you look at my frames, I push standing medium punch, then like one frame later, I push down. And this will give you enough time to charge your heavy spinning bird kick. Same thing with flash kick for Guile. Now the thing here is, not only do you have to push down really quick, you have to make sure that you're canceling this crouching medium punch late into its frame. So if we look at this move, there's actually like a 4-frame cancelable window on this. So you have to make sure that you're pushing jump plus kick near the end of this move's animation to make sure you're getting the late cancel, because that'll give you enough time to charge the move. That's the standard version, and it can be pretty tricky to do this consistently. So I'm going to show you a trick that works for all charge characters. Remember I said you have to set your controller to down plus jump equals neutral? Well, the tricky part with this combo, like we said, is pushing standing medium punch and then getting a down input as soon as you can. We can speed this up by holding down, and instead of letting go of down for standing medium punch, all we do is we keep down held, and with our right hand, we push jump plus medium kick at the same time while holding down. See how that gives me a standing medium punch? Now you might be asking yourself, why does this give me a standing medium punch? Well, remember I said down plus jump equals neutral? Well, if you push down, jump, and medium punch at the same time, it gives you a standing medium punch. And as long as you're just tapping it, what ends up happening is you get a down input the second your finger comes off the medium punch and jump button. So that's going to give you like a frame one consistent charge as soon as this move comes out. All you have to do is link crouching medium punch after that, and you'll always have enough time to charge your move. And this is really consistent, and if you're doing it this way, you gain a little bit of leeway, and you don't have to do a super late cancel on that crouching medium punch, which can be a little bit tricky. Now, key point, make sure you're not holding down back. If you hold down back, it's going to give you a back medium punch with Chun Li, and this is not what you want with this character. You have to be holding down instead. And the same thing on the two-player side, just mirrored. The exact same thing. Okay, now that we got that done, let me show you a little shortcut trick you can use for fireball motion. So charged fireballs, like Guile's Sonic Boom or Chun Li's fireball right here. So when you're doing this move from down back, I think what a lot of people do is they'll hold down back and they'll push forward plus punch. Now this is okay and it's not bad, but if you look at my inputs, I kind of did a little bit slow on purpose. But you see how I have 3 frames of forward before I get the fireball out? Or 4 frames there? That means I'm actually walking forward a little bit before this fireball comes out, because it can be a little bit tricky to hit forward plus punch on the exact same frame. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a similar input method to that standing medium punch that I just showed you, but instead of pushing down plus medium punch, we're going to charge with down back, then with our left hand, we're going to let go of down back, we're going to go to down forward, these 2 fingers, and then right after your index finger hits the down forward input, you're going to use your right hand to push jump plus punch at the same time. What that's going to do is going to give you a frame 1 forward plus punch input. And this is really great because it makes mistakes kind of impossible to happen. Like you'll always hit forward plus punch at the exact same frame. And it also stops us from walking forward for a couple of frames before our fireball comes out. For consistency's sake, let's take a look at this from the 2-player side. Again, you hold down back with these 2 fingers, then you release your index finger, you push down forward using your ring finger here, and right after this ring finger hits this button, use your right hand to push jump plus punch at the same. And you will get your charged fireball. And you also won't be walking forward like this. The reason why we can't walk forward is because down forward doesn't give us a forward walk animation. We have to let go of down to get that forward walk animation, but as long as we're hitting jump plus punch at the exact same time, boom, we'll always get a fireball out from a crouch position without walking forward. Alright, so now that we went over some basics of how to do charge motions on leverless, let's take a look at some character specific things that are a little bit tricky. Let's start with one of Chun Li's hardest things, which is going to be a counter hit standing light punch into crouching medium kick, spinning bird kick. So it looks something like this. So here's what we're going to do in training mode. You're going to go here, doesn't matter what opponent you're fighting against, set the dummy to block, and just set them to do something like a crouching light punch, anything that's 4 frames as a block reversal. So this is a frame trap. We go like this into standing light punch, and that's going to give us a counter hit. Now, standing light punch on counter hit with Chun Li is 7 frames, and so is her crouching medium kick. That's 7 frame startup. So that means we can link standing light punch into crouching medium kick, and it'll combo. Now the tricky part here is getting enough charge in between the standing light punch into the crouching medium kick or that medium kick spinning bird kick. So here's how I want you to do it. You're going to push standing medium punch, doesn't matter how you input it, just standing medium punch, and then you're going to hold down back, and then you're going to push jump plus light punch at the same time. And this will give us that neutral SOCD standing light punch input. And as soon as you let go of that, you're going to have your charge getting ready to go. And then all you have to do is kind of like push crouching medium kick, do your spinning bird kick, and you should be good. Now you still have to learn the timing for this. See, I'm kind of messing it up there. Just make sure that you're canceling the spinning bird kick after crouching medium kick late into the crouching medium kick frames. If you do it too early, you won't have enough time for charge. See there, I let it go really early. Not going to be able to get it. You have to do it like after the crouching medium kick hits, just kind of slowing it down. Let me turn off the frame meter there so it's easier to see. There, it's kind of like right after Chun-Li's leg comes back. So while the shortcut does make this a little bit more easier and more consistent, you're definitely going to need to practice this. This isn't something you're going to get without practice. It is a trickier link. So just make sure you spend some time practicing it, and here it is on the 2-player side just to be consistent. Just like that, I'll show you one more time. Practice it on both sides, and the more you practice it, the easier it's going to get. So just spend some time doing it, and you should be good. Alright, next, Guile. The only, like, true charge character in this game, because a bunch of characters kind of lost some of their charge moves, like Bison with his double knee press. Guile's like the true charge character in this game, because both Sonic Boom and Flash Kick, you need to charge. So, basics as always, down forward, jump plus punch for Boom, hold down or down back, let go for Flash Kick. Guile has a lot of tricky things I think even Guile players don't know on leverless, and I'm going to show you what I think are the most important ones. First, let's start with the most important, which is going to be his standing medium punch, back hard punch, target combo into Flash Kick. So I think a really good way to practice this is just to do crouching medium punch, drive rush cancel into crouching medium punch, and then do your target combo. That right there. So there, that's it right there. So kind of like Chun Li, we're going to do this as holding down back, and we're going to push jump plus medium punch to get his standing medium punch, and then as soon as we push this, we're just going to push hard punch, and that'll give us the target combo. That gives us that frame 1 charge that we need, and then it's really a matter of timing your Flash Kick as a cancel after back heavy punch. Now one trick with this, other than the SOCD method itself, is that this target combo, the cancel window on that back hard punch is actually a lot longer than it seems. Like, you can cancel this pretty late into its animation. So I just make sure you're not releasing this too fast, because if you get it too fast, you're not going to have enough time to actually cancel this. And just try to do it later than earlier. Would be my best advice for this. Then on the 2-player side, same thing. Down back, jump plus medium punch, hard punch, let go, Flash Kick. So until that Flash Kick comes out, my left hand is never letting go of down back here. And if you get the target combo, congrats, you charge long enough. So just crouching medium punch, drive rush, target combo, Flash Kick. And of course, practice from the 2-player side as well. Until it becomes easy to do. Alright, next for Guile, how to get perfect booms. So to get perfect booms with Guile, you actually have to push forward plus light punch within 3 frames of each other. Now that can be a little bit tricky, because if you mess up the timing, kind of like there, it's not a perfect boom. Now that's not going to mess up your regular combos, but if you're trying to do Guile's more difficult and more optimal combos in this game, you have to get the perfect boom. So again, make sure you're using that down forward jump plus punch method, and if you do this, it's kind of impossible not to get a perfect boom, because as long as your right thumb and your finger is hitting jump plus punch at the same time, which it should always be doing, you will never be able to get a non-perfect boom with this method. And this becomes really important once we start to do boom loops. So something like this. There, that can only be done if you're getting a perfect boom. If you get an imperfect boom, then that combo doesn't work. So when I do this combo, I do 2 SOCD shortcuts. So first, I push jump plus medium punch while holding down back to get that initial standing medium punch. And then when I do crouching medium punch, I go crouching medium punch into down forward jump plus punch for that perfect boom. And then it's just a standard input for standing hard kick into forward back forward plus punch for the super. There's really no shortcut you can do. You have to push forward back forward and you get the super. And then 2-player sides, the exact same thing, just mirrored. There you go. It's a matter of practice, and just use those SOCD shortcuts and it should be a lot more consistent. Alright, now the one I'm sure everyone has a hard time with is the optimal boom loops in the corner, so something like this. There you go, that was it. That's just the level 1 ender there. So all I'm doing is just basically looping SOCD options. This whole thing, it's kind of hard to show in a combo, but basically I'm always just pushing down back and then down forward plus jump plus punch for the boom. And then when I'm doing the back heavy punch, this one right here, I'm not pushing back plus heavy punch. I'm actually just holding down back and pushing jump plus heavy punch at the same time. And this will give you a standing back heavy punch. And you go from down back, jump plus heavy punch, to down forward, jump plus light punch, and that gives me the perfect boom. Alright, there you go. So it's really just a matter of practice, and I think using the SOCD shortcuts makes it easier, but again, you're just going to have to practice these things. Cross-cut flash kicks. So something like this. That's what happens if you don't cross-cut your flash kick, or even worse, this, when you just kind of like scoop right under your opponent. So it's really important, in my opinion, to be able to do a cross-cut flash kick. And what that means is, all you have to do is when you're holding your flash kick and you see your opponent go for a cross-up attempt, you walk forward and then do your flash kick. So see here with Guile, I can actually take a couple of steps forward first before doing my flash kick. That's because the charge motion is actually stored for a little bit. Same thing with Sonic Boom. You can actually like take a little bit of a walk forward and then do boom. It'll still come out. You can't walk forward a lot. Like if I walk this much, I just get a standing jab, but you can actually walk forward for like a couple of frames and still get the boom and flash kick. So we can basically use that method to do the cross-cut flash kick. And it would look like this. I hold forward, then I flash kick, usually with light flash kick. And this ensures I don't get that scoop under thing, or I don't get hit in the back. There, I did it too soon. There, just want to make sure you're just walking forward, like right at the end. It's like this little tiny micro walk. You don't have to walk forward a lot. It's just a little tiny bit. I would just stick with the light flash kick as much as possible. Sometimes medium kick and heavy kick, you can cross-cut flash kick those, but so many bad things can happen, and it's really not consistent. So just stick with the light kick version. You'll be good to go. So that's pretty much all my tips for learning charge characters on leverless. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that I missed that you want me to cover. I'll include it in another video next time. But pretty much, I think you just gotta practice, get used to those shortcuts, and that's it. And also remember, I like using the shortcuts, but you can definitely play these characters without shortcuts. You do not need them. There are lots of people who can play these characters at a very, very, very high level, tournament level, without any of the shortcut. It just comes down to reference. And if you enjoyed that video, please hit the like and subscribe button because it helps me out and lets me make more videos like this in the future. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.